guys. Get organized before your video. Get organized before your video, guys. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel if you're new. I'm Petra and woo, this is my crazy look that I thought I had a dramatic look in this video, but this one is definitely a bigger look than that, I think. It's a little bit bright and fun. So I'm excited to share with you guys today. I am busting out the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette right here that you guys, I'm sure, all know about. It is stunning. When I got it in the mail, it was like impeccably packaged and just beautiful shades, and I've been playing around with it and I love it. So today I'm going to do 3-look video. Actually, I'm going to do a blue blood that's a simple look. I'm going to do blue blood with a more dramatic look, and then this look that you see on my face right now is a combination of the blue blood and the blood sugar palette. So I am doing both palettes, and you guys can see how I got this look. That will be the third and final look. So I'm going to do timestamps down below. So if you don't like me blabbing and blah, 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 you can cut to whatever you want. So the first one is first one is going to be the simple eye look with blue blood. Second's going to be the dramatic with blue blood. And then the third is going to be the combination of both blue blood and blood sugar. Whoa, that was a lot to say. And that'll be the order of how I do the looks. If you guys want to see how this is done, I'm going to quit blabbing and let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, you guys, so I'm going to start with the simple eye look first. That's just kind of a more everyday, or what maybe most people would consider an everyday eye look. This is just going to be kind of a nice, like, light spring look since we are into spring now. So first shade I'm going to go in with here is the Untouchable shade, which is this light pink, and it is matte. And I'm just going to go in with my Pro Tapered Crease brush by Sephora and just blend this up into the crease. Almost kind of has like a little bit of a lilac shade on my eyelid. I really like these shades because they're really buildable too. I feel like you can kind of go in lightly with them, and I do think that if you go in a little too quickly with them, they can like either skip or get a little bit patchy, so you do have to be careful there. Now I'm going to go in with the shade I'm Cold, which is just this very light kind of, I don't know, like a light blue. It looks really similar to Mint Tea here, but it's really not. It's a little more like sky blue as opposed to sea green blue. This is just a Japanesque crease brush, which we'll see how this one works. I'm just going to take that down kind of more onto the lid and just working my way down. I'm gonna do this kind of palish pink and blue shade, which seems super 80s, but I'm hoping this will turn out. Okay, and then going in with my Hallberg 305 brush, this, I'm gonna go into the shade Ice Tray right there. And I'm just going to put that all over the lid. This shade is really great. This one lays down really well, and I mean, his shimmers are pretty good, I feel like. I was really excited about this palette because blues are supposed to go really good on brown eyes, so I was happy. I was like, oh, this will be a good palette for my brown eyes. I'm always looking for stuff that goes on my brown eyes. It's kind of natural. I do like that kind of sea green. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I might deepen up that sea green color a little bit. I think I'm going to go in with I'm Cold and Mint Tea. And this is a Hallberg 303. And I'm just kind of adding this little extra minty shade there in the crease. Then I think I'm going to go into the corner of my eye with this shade Crystal Flesh right there. It's just a shimmery, like shimmery flesh shade, I guess. And gonna take this is the Hallberg 301 brush. It's just a really small packer kind of brush. And I'm just putting that right into the corner. That's really pretty and natural, I guess, if you want to add a little bit of color in your everyday life. And then for the lower lash line, kind of like nothing on the lower lash line, but I think I will just to use another shade. So I'm going to go in with my MAC 239. I'm going to go into the shade Blue Blood right there. I'm going to take this right under the lash line. That is a little pigmented, so it really kind of blew out there a little bit. So that's pretty much the shadow. I am going to go finish the other eye and do liner and lashes, and I'll be back. All right, so this is the finished look with lashes, liner, and I went ahead and finished up the face as well. So the products I used, liner, I went in with Linda Hallberg's Atria. This is a like navy shimmery blue shade. Linda Hallberg has some of the best liner crayons. She calls them flash crayons. There's mood crayons. They're so great. I went in on the lower lash line and the waterline and then tightlined with that. And then for blush, I went in with Milani's Delizioso Pink, which is this shade. I use that a lot for pastel looks, kind of like this is kind of a pastel look. And then for highlight, I used Jeffree Star's palette here. I used the Cullinan shade, which is this shimmery white, icy white kind of shade, and I use that here on the tops of the cheeks. Usually those shades I have to be careful with because they don't always go well with my skin tone, but I wanted to for the sake of this look. And then for lashes, I only added a few of these little Duralash by Ardell, the Flare Short Black lashes here, and I just went in with a few little lashes because I wanted to keep it every day because I do not use lashes on a daily basis, and I wanted to keep this kind of day friendly, but for it to show up a little bit more on camera. And then for lips, I went in with Pat McGrath's Aliengelic shade right here. I just wanted to keep the lips like really nice and simple and just kind of have a nice little gloss to go with the rest of the look. Okay guys, so that is it for look number one. On to look number two, the dramatic eye look. Okay, so everything is prepped and primed again, and we are gonna go in to do a more dramatic look with the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do yet. I've kind of got some ideas, so we're just gonna see where it goes. So the thing I'm going to go in with is the shade Power right here, which is kind of a slate gray shade. I'm gonna actually use a little bit of a shield here because I'm going to kind of take this out a little further, and I want it to make this like a transition shade sort of. Oh, my skin, it moves so much. It's so hard. It's like, please blend, skin. It is actually being a little bit more patchy. I'm gonna get a clean brush here and just kind of try and blend this out a little bit. It's kind of looking a little funky there. Seen a lot of like blue looks, and like people are using a lot of the blue shades, and I think because people really want to see those, but there's gonna be so many, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and do something different and do like something with more of the like deeper shades that he has in the palette. I feel like they're really cool. Like, I don't really have any of these gray kind of shades. I'm gonna try this Real Techniques. This is a base shadow brush, but I'm gonna use it. It's kind of thin, so I'm gonna go into the crease a little bit better with that. And now I'm gonna go into the shade Cremated, which is also, it's kind of a, it has a blue tone to it. It's also kind of gray, but it's got a bluish tone called Cremated. And I'm gonna take that and go into the crease a little bit more with that. Oh, that's pretty. It's a really cool blue. It's like if you want to do smoky but you don't want black, like that's really pretty. Almost navy but not. It's like kind of got a, I don't know, it's like a grayish navy. I don't know. And it's like, gotta make sure it's blended out in the crease. That's like in all these folds. So much fun. I'm gonna go in with this Linda Hallberg 303. Same shade, Cremated. And really focus it on the outer and inner corner a little bit more. I'm gonna take things up a little bit higher. I really want this to be a little dramatic, so I'm gonna go back into Power and kind of take it up just a little bit more. I want this to fade out. Sorry, I'm like not sure what I'm doing yet, but I'm like trying to explain to you guys. Then I'm gonna go in with Undertaker, which is this very deep navy shade. It's almost black, but it is a dark navy. And I love how he did a dark navy and not a black. That is perfect for this palette. So I'm gonna take that out. Same thing with the inner corner. Taking Undertaker, kind of putting the shield down so I already did my base, so I really don't want a lot of fallout. And even though there's not a ton of fallout with these shades, I mean, that's really nice. It's just like still, I want to make sure that there's not a lot of fallout. Oh my God, these like all blend together really well. At first I was thinking it was like patchy, but I just feel like you just got to blend a little bit more. And then they all just, they play really nice together, all these shades. Blend this a little bit. This is like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go in on the under eye here now. And just kind of start with what's left over on my brush, my Linda Hallberg. This is my 303 brush. I'm gonna catch up with the other eye a little bit here so we're on the same page with both eyes, and then we'll continue. Okay, so now I have the eyes kind of matching here. I feel like I'm gonna have to clean up a little bit later, but I got both eyes pretty much done here. And I think I wanna go in now with this, oh, I can't decide. You know what I think I'm gonna go in with first actually is I'm gonna go in with my Linda Hallberg. This is the 305. I'm gonna go actually into Deceased because I used Ice Tray in the last look. So I'm gonna go into this shade, Deceased. I don't even think I've dug into that shade yet. I'm gonna really pack that on. And then I'm going to put that kind of up here, like kind of bringing it in on this outer, like, I don't know, not quite the outer corner fully, but I'm just kind of adding a little bit more dimension up here with a little bit of shimmer. Really pretty shade. And then kind of haloing it over to this inner corner as well. Oh my God, these shades are like sick. Ooh, they just all like blend together like incredible. All right, and then what you guys have all been waiting for, I've wet this like little Coastal Scents brush here. I'm gonna go into Ocean Ice right there, the famous shade everybody's going crazy over. And I'm gonna tap it off because I think it's pretty, it's kind of glittery. It's got an interesting formula to it. So I'm just gonna pack that on in this space. Actually, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna actually go in with my finger. I think this will be a little safer because the oils on my finger will keep it on. I just don't want a lot of fallout. So I'm gonna just pack that all over the center of my lid. Like, what? I'm sorry. This is, I don't know, I had watched a few reviews and the looks people were making, I just feel like so many looks were the same, and I'm just like trying to use some of these darker shades and then putting the blue on top, and it's like working so well. Like they all these shades just like go together. I don't even know if it's showing up quite as cool on camera, but it's still, I just love these matte blues. There's so much folds of skin that I have to be careful because then things start to like crease into each other, and never a good look. Never a good look. That Ocean Ice shade is a little tricky, but with any, you know, kind of glittery shades, I mean, you may have kind of that trouble. So I'm gonna go in with this bright teal shade, Flourishing, right here. And then I'm gonna go in with this shimmery shade on the top, and I'm gonna do that in my inner corner. So first we're gonna go in with the matte shade to really brighten. So I'm just gonna plop that in there. Teal pop in there. Okay, I'm gonna try and put that Entitled shade, which is the shimmery shade right here, on the top. Oh yeah, that adds a little bit of sparkle, so that makes it a little, that actually brings it out a little bit more. Oh my gosh, the freaking fallout happening right now. I'm gonna have to clean that up. See, a little bright. Ooh, that's fun. And then just kind of blending that teal. I'm gonna actually take that slightly underneath the under eye so it kind of blends it together. Okay, so now I'm going in with, and I just kind of tried this before I decided to go ahead and do it, but I'm gonna go in with Crystal Flesh, which is this shade right there. And I'm actually started to put it on the center of my lid to really add like a fun pop in the center of my eye. It just adds like really like a fun highlight there. What? These looks are so much fun to do. These ones are so much more fun to me than the boring like everyday looks. Like these, I just like kind of go on a whim and just do whatever, and like boom, that like pop of pink. And then I'm gonna take that same shade and go in with this little e.l.f. shader brush now. It looks like that, if you can see it. And then I'm gonna take that Crystal Flesh shade again, and I'm gonna use that as my highlight up at the top. Boom. So then it kind of like brings it together, I think, a little bit. And I still want my outer edges to be a little bit darker. I'm trying not to go in with a black. I really want it to, I feel like it's showing up darker off of camera than on. It's like it's really bringing the blue out on camera, which is pretty, but I'm just trying to, I wanted to keep it kind of that like nice, really dark, smoky outer edge. I'm gonna clean up some of this mess under here that I kind of screwed up with the fallout, and then we're gonna do liner and lashes and then finish up the look and move on to the last one. All right, so here is the finished eye look. I went ahead and used the liner again, Atria by Hallberg, this shade, and I did that in the Waterline and then the Tightline up above. I'm just finishing up with a blush and highlight. I'm using some more Linda Hallberg products. I am using this shade for blush in her Infinity Deep palette, is called Quasar. And then I'm using Solar as the highlight, which is it's like a yellow Solar. It's like a sunshine shade, but it has a little bit of shimmer in it. And then I'm just putting that on the tops of my cheeks. This is going to be a real fun look to wash off. Oh my gosh. And I have one more look to do. Oh my gosh, this has taken so long today. It's been fun to film, but oh my gosh, this has taken such a long time. So I think I'm done with blush there. And then I was trying to figure out a lip. Okay, so I'm going to go in with, it took me a minute to figure out. I'm going to go in with my Plum Liner by MAC. Right here. And then I'm going to go in with my Tarteist Lip Paint in Rave. It's just kind of this neutral, like, I don't know, kind of plum, kind of mauve, kind of, I don't know. It's got kind of a gray undertone to it, but I thought it would kind of like be fun to add like a weird cool tone kind of to this look. I don't know. I was just like playing around. So that's what we're going to do. I just need the liner for a little bit of definition, and then we're going to go in with the paint to get rid of the lip liner. Yeah, I never used that, and I really like that. That's actually fun. Okay, so that is look number 2, the dramatic kind of look with the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. I really love how this look turned out. It's so fun to create the crazier, bold looks, especially with that incredible palette that I thought was gonna be like I was a little nervous at first, but it's actually turned out to be really super cool. So now moving on to the third and final look using the Blue Blood palette and the Blood Sugar palette together and see what we can come up with. Okay, you guys, we are back for the third and final look. Oh my gosh, it's been a day. Filming all these looks. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but we are going to be using the Blood Sugar and the Blue Blood palette. So both of these palettes, and I'm going to create a look. I'm not sure what. So just to remind you, this is what the Blood Sugar palette looks like. Pinks and reds and maroons and golds and browns. So many beautiful shades in there. I love this palette as well. And then of course the Blue Blood. So I don't know. I know we can come up with something really fun. So let's go ahead and get started. So taking all that makeup off earlier was my poor skin and my poor eyes. So sorry if my eyes are red because they're starting to take a beating from all this makeup. I think I even got some of my contacts, so it's like my contacts like kind of blurry or something, but I'm like, okay, whatever, just gotta film, just gotta film. All right, and this is gonna be the look that I open and close my video with, so hopefully it goes well. All right, so I think I'm gonna start out with the Blue Blood palette here. So I'm gonna go in with my Pro tapered crease brush. I'm gonna go into I'm Cold and Mint Tea, and I'm just going to start up at the top, and I want this blown out pretty good too, so gonna kind of create another dramatic look. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do 2 dramatic looks because I like the more dramatic ones. And then I'm just gonna do one eye again, and then we'll catch up the other eye. It's easier to kind of just go through and do one and then do the other one kind of quickly. I have hardly any clean brushes left because I used them all in my other stuff I was doing. I think I'm gonna go into Blue Blood now. Move that further into the crease. And I'm going in with this Real Techniques. This is just a base shadow brush. And just gonna kind of put that into to deepen in the corner. I do think that these layer better. I don't know if it's good to go in with a lot of shadow at once with these, I've noticed, is the only kind of thing. But that's usually like, I think most eyeshadow palettes do better that way. Go in with it. I think I'm going to go in with this Blue Monday shade. And it's that fun purple. It actually comes off a little more blue than purple, I feel like, when I blend it here. Oh. Put it in the inner corner too. And then I'm gonna go into the Blood Sugar palette, and I really want to do some of these really dark, like either brown or maroon shades. So I think I'm gonna go into, gosh, which one? I'm running out of brushes, guys. So I'm gonna go into Coma with the Coastal Scents number 11 brush. And Coma is this shade right there in the corner. Just a very deep maroon sort of shade, and I'm just gonna really pack that on, and then I am going to put that in the outer corner here. The outer and inner corner is where I think I'm gonna put that. Putting it right over the top of that one purple shade. It'll play really nice together as well. All right, then I think I'm gonna go into, I think I'm gonna go into Intravenous right there, this brown, it's kind of a reddish brown shade, and then I'm gonna lay that kind of on top, but further in, just a little bit further in, just to kind of like, I don't know, have it blend towards the center of my eyelid. Okay, so excited. Oh my gosh, so many crazy things you can create. Okay, so I'm gonna catch up the other eye really quick, and then we will be back to continue on. Okay, so got the eyes caught up to each other now. So they're both pretty similar, I hope. It's so hard to see. I need to get a better monitor so I can see myself a little bit better instead of just using the camera screen, but I don't know, this side I might have to fix. It's kind of like blending weird because I have like different wrinkles on this side than this side. It's just kind of being weird. But okay, so this is where we are with my eyes. I have like this center part, and I'm having such a hard time deciding what I want to go in with, but I think I've decided what I want to do. So I think I'm gonna go in with the Blood Sugar palette and go in with Blood Sugar, which is the shimmery red shade. And I'm gonna go into the center of my eye with that. I'm just gonna use my finger. It's like a velvety red. It's so cool. I think that'll be kind of fun to add to the center of this eye look. So I'm just gonna kind of pat that on. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Whoa, man. Oh my gosh, you could just do endless looks with this freaking palette, I swear. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, so now I'm not gonna leave it like that. Let's see here. I think with another Blood Sugar shade. I think I'm gonna try Donor. I'm gonna go in with this gold shade, actually. So I'm gonna kind of like take that on this brush, this cheapy Coastal Scents brush, and kind of just pat around the edges. I don't know, it's not really showing up a ton, but it's just fun to add another color. It's kind of adding like an orangish like effect, but I don't know. I really like it with the blue as the transition, and then this pop of red in the center. That's really fun. Okay, so for the inner corner, I'm gonna go into the Blood Sugar palette with the shade Sweetener right there. It's just kind of a peach shimmer shade. I just want something that really brightens up the inner corner, but that is, I don't know, something a little different. So that's pretty. I don't know how much it's showing up on camera, but that's a nice inner corner bright shade. Go into the shade in the Blue Blood palette, into Deceased. And I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. I'm going to use my MAC 239 brush. I think I want like another pop of teal. So I'm going to go in actually with the Flourishing shade and the Blue Blood palette with this kind of thick Japanesque brush, but I want my under eye to kind of pop a little more, so I'm just gonna kind of dust that underneath everything. I'm gonna go into the Waterline with the shade Atria by Linda Hallberg again, because I really want something dark and I need something to cover up that pink. My battery died because I've been filming like all day. So in case that cut me off, I'm gonna go into the shade Cavity right here in the Blood Sugar palette. I'm going to take that up here. I'm gonna kind of blend that back and kind of have it fade out into that blue. Bringing that in towards the nose and trying to blend it into like underneath into the blue. All right, so now I feel like I need a bit brighter of a impact in the inner corner, and I know exactly what I'm gonna go in with. I'm gonna go into the Blue Blood palette again with the shade Cullinan, which is this shade right there. It's a very icy, shimmery white shade. I'm gonna take that into the inner corner to really brighten. Just kind of covering up because I wanted something that kind of is really pops in there. All right, you guys, so now I'm gonna go in with lashes, and I'm gonna use the Cosmetics London Allure Jasmine Brown Curly Queen lashes. I think those will be kind of fun. They'll still allow the color to come through. So I'm gonna put those on, and then I will be back to finish up the face after that. All right, you guys, so I am back with lashes on. That is what this looks like with the Jasmine Brown lashes. So kind of fun. I love those lashes. They're some of my favorite. I feel like they're good for these kind of colorful looks, so the color still kind of peeks through. But anyway, so now I'm gonna go in with blush and highlight and lips, and we're gonna finish up this last look. So for blush, I'm gonna go into, this is my Tarte Quirky shade. It's like kind of an orangish shade. I've been kind of going with the orange blush theme, except the first look I think was more of a pastel pink. But I'm gonna go in with that on the cheeks. It's just a nice soft peachy shade. I think it will be good for the eye, the center of the eye. It kind of makes that blood sugar shade, I don't know, pop a little bit more. I'm seriously going blind right now, you guys. I feel like my lashes and eyes and contacts have had enough, so I'm sorry if anything looks wonky. This lash is kind of annoying and not on as perfect as I want it to be, but you know what? I just can't worry about that I just can't right now. I'm like done. I've been filming for like 4 hours, I think, or something. I don't know. All right, so then for highlight, I'm going to use a combination of, I think, let's see, actually I think I'm going to use a combination of sweetener, and then I'm also going to use, out of the Blue Blood palette, I am going to use a little bit of the, Crystal Flesh. No, I think I'm going to go in with that funky Cullinan Icy White shade. So we will see how that looks. Gonna go in with a Linda Hallberg 306. So first I'm gonna go in with sweetener. Oh my gosh, that's so good for my skin tone. So if you have like a yellowish skin tone, then hello, sweetener in the Jeffree Star. Like, I love this, I love these palettes. Oh my god, they are like, all the shades like are incredible. Like, so many fun things. They blend. You can use them as highlight. You can use them as, oh my goodness, you can just use them as blush if you want, probably, some of these shades. All right, and then I'm going to go over the top very lightly with Cullinan. It's a really potent shade, but I'm just gonna add that to the back just to kind of add a little bit more brightness. Whoa. So exciting, I'm finally wrapping up. Okay, so for lips, I found what I want to do, and this is gonna be kind of fun and unique, I think, because I didn't buy any of the Jeffree Star liquid lips or lip products or whatever that came out with the collection, but the other day I saw Pat McGrath on an Instagram do a lip gloss, and then she put one of her eyeshadows over her lips, and I was like, oh my gosh. So with the Blue Blood palette, I am going to go in on my lips. This is gonna be kind of crazy, but I'm gonna go in with the Ocean Ice shade on my lips. So I'm just gonna put on a balm. And since I was talking about Pat McGrath, I guess I will go in with her Lip Fetish. This is that like, it's just that like clear, yeah, Lip Fetish lip balm. It's just like a bougie lip balm that is really way too expensive. And I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with my finger. I'm gonna touch into Ocean Ice and put that on my lips. Oh my God, okay, here we go. Whoa, man. I'm gonna have to blend that out with a brush. Holy smokes. Okay, so bear with me. I know it looks really messy right now. All right, so I cleaned off my Linda Hallberg 301 brush, which is kind of this really thin brush. Oh my gosh. You guys effing kidding me? You guys, it's like a Sunday afternoon and I feel like I'm so ready to go out dancing. Like, what the heck? Like, I need to find, like, why do it's like, I should do this on a Saturday night. I should be doing this on a Saturday night so I can actually like utilize my look. Except there's nowhere cool in Portland that would actually like accept me. Well, no, that's not true. But I just feel like there's no place cool enough to go to take a makeup look like this. I don't know. Oh my God, you guys, that's sick. Jeffree Star, you are incredible. This is so fun. Pat McGrath, thank you for the idea, which, why haven't I thought of that already? Why? Just, I don't know. But hey, I just created my own lipstick with Jeffree Star eyeshadow. So I didn't even need to buy one of the liquid lips to get a lip shade. So save yourself some money and you can create your own out of the palettes. You can probably do it with the Blood Sugar palette too. All right, so it's really royal blue, I've noticed here. So it's really cool. I mean, I'm not saying it's not cool, it's fun. I just think since I have that tealish kind of look in my, or like shadows on my eyes, I think I'm gonna bring it all together and put Entitled, which is the shimmery teal shade down here. And I'm gonna put that in the center of my lips. All right, whoa. So yeah, I think that just brings it together a little bit more and makes it, I don't know, it makes it kind of all flow. I mean, I know this is a little big look, not an everyday look for maybe most of you, but anyways, who knows? Maybe you do wear makeup like this every day. If you do, do it, girl or boy. So here is the finished look with the teal shade added on the top and the finished all together look using Blood Sugar and Blue Blood. So anyways, I don't even need to do a review. I mean, these palettes speak for themselves. I think they're pretty incredible and you can create a bazillion different looks with both of these palettes. They go together really well, as I feel like you can see here, adding Blue Blood and Blood Sugar together. So I'm so excited to show you guys and bring you new looks with fun stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.